It's Week 7 of the NFL. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC South rivals. It's the Saints and the Bucs under the lights on Thursday night.
As the weekend approaches, let's settle in and end the week right, with an outstanding Thursday night contest here with the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And away we go from Virginia Beach. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
Kate, he's had some time to work past their last game, and he needed every second of it. A 4-interception game isn't easy for anybody to move on from, even for the shortest of memories. He's got to get his head right this week. This team needs him to deliver.
Allen comes out throwing. It's into the hands of Will Dissly. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 1. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On first down, Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. First tone of the game for James Cook. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Allen on the play action. Bails it. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
It's a New Orleans touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Myers gets the point after to go. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Nicole Hardman now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the gun, Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Hockenson reels it in. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
This is pulled in by McCole Hardman. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. On play action, here's Stroud. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, he puts a sack on the board.
Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The former soccer star Brandon Aubrey on now to attempt the field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This New Orleans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. And things are looking good to snap that 3-game losing streak that they came in on, Brock. They've got the lead here. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. More from this one right after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Pass complete to Cook. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down by Deron Bland. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. On target to his man Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Allen setting up play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Allen on 3rd down. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. So the Buccaneer offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go again with Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Stroud. Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Saints will get set to take over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Kicked out by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Buccaneers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know, one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber, won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickelback. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. And that interception has set them up beautifully inside the red zone. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. He brings it in. He has the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 3. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
Kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. Back to the line they go. It's second down. They'll motion a tight end left. Play action now. Allen bails out of the pocket quick. Steps up, and he's running with it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Virginia Beach. And it's the Saints with only a yard to go here on third down. Throwing here, Allen. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and that is T. Higgins, who's shaken up and receiving some assistance. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. Cook calls it in. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. It's complete to Hopkins. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Bucs offense taking over late in the half. Holding just a field goal lead. Probably going to see them play it close to the vest in the time we've got remaining. Throwing from near his own goal line. That's Metcalf running the slant. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. They'll come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 23, it's Cup Metcalf. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Before the snap on 3rd and 2, they call time. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. To the air, Stroud has the connection to Hawkinson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he crosses midfield before going out. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing it again here. He lobs it up, looking deep. He's got it inside the 10. And in for the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers make it a 10-point ball game. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. That brings us to the break. The Buccaneers on top in Virginia Beach. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Some good games starting in the early window on Sunday, and one of the big ones features the New England Patriots as they'll take on the visiting Carolina Panthers. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. And then one more to highlight, Sunday Night Football, as the national audience will see a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Hardman with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Buccaneers and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to hold him down near the line. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Taylor again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Here's Stroud now. That throw finds Pickens. And that is a touchdown. The Buccaneers grow the lead coming out of halftime. George Pickens the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Buccaneers take a 3-possession lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Here comes the Saints offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. It's Allen out of the pistol. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. That play good for 17 on a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First and 10. Here's Allen. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Moore going to motion over right. Working from the gun. It's Allen. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That's a pickup of 9. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Throw is there for Sky Moore. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, it's Allen. It's taken in by Lamb. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
That one complete to Hopkins. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints start the second half with some needed points. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Point after, up and good for Myers. And the Saints cut the lead down to 10.
Saints 14.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Returning it from the 4. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Buccaneers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. It's Pickens on the slant. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Stroud off the play fake. He beams one deep right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. The Saints and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Allen looking to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Cook trying this one up the gut. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Another one for Cook. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's the Saints' ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Third and a lone yard coming up. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
On 1st down, Allen. That's Lamb running the slant. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Short pass brought in. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Ball start, offense.
So the penalty is going to back him up 5, and in all likelihood, they need to come up with a new play call for 3rd down. Following the flag, it's 3rd and 7. They kick the running back in motion. Cut out left. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. To the air again, Allen. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up. To throw again, it's Allen. And he'll go down. The Bucs brought pressure and got him. Offense up to the line fast. Here he is on 3rd and long. Moore's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the 4th.
Saints 21.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here come the Bucs on offense now. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. Toward the sideline, and he's got Pickens. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, Stroud. And he'll go down. The Saints make the play. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Able to find Hawkinson. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They're going to turn to Taylor on 3rd down. And this one does not go far. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Punt team on the field. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion right. Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Called in left side. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And the Buccaneers make the play that should win them this game. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
The Buccaneers and George Pickens set for this next possession. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Brock, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one. So it's a win for the Buccaneers. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So that puts a bow on this one for my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew. I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners as we say so long from Virginia Beach.